Hey there, it's your Avon lady, Chris Arnold, and I have your product picks for campaign 19 of 2024. And I just got back from our national convention in Boston and saw all of the great stuff that's coming out between now and the end of the year. And this is just the first of so many things that I'm excited to share with you this fall and winter season that's coming out. So this campaign, we are launching our Match Airbrush new tinted primer. So this is, of course, an addition to our Match collection, which among other things has some great, very flexible colors so that, you don't have to find that precise shade. The shades kind of work with your skin to give you that perfect shade. So it's the Match Airbrush Retouch Tinted Primer. Comes in 4 shades, and I have 2 of the shades here to show. And I'm actually wearing one today underneath my foundation, which is another thing about this, that it's very, very versatile in how you can use it. But it's going to help to soothe and even your skin tone, and it gives you that kind of lit from within, dewy complexion. It does have a really nice dewy finish to it. So let's see, this is the light medium. This is what I'm wearing today. And then this is the fair light, which is the other shade that I might sometimes wear. And excuse the big bruise on the back of my hand. I had some dental work done, and I have to be sedated when I get dental work, so that's where my IV was. But I think that'll be a good place to kind of show just how much this covers, because of course it's not like a full coverage foundation. It's just going to give you kind of a smoother, more even skin tone. So this is the light medium that I will put on this side, and it's got this great doe foot applicator that you can just swipe it on and then gently blend it in, so you can get an idea. And you can already see that dewy finish to it. So you see, it doesn't completely cover, like depending on the lighting, it's not completely covering the bruise, but it's just softening the look of it a bit. It's the same thing it'll do with your fine lines and wrinkles and pores, and it'll help soften the look of those and give you just that smoother, more even look. It does have some skincare, some skin-loving ingredients in it. So we have ferulic acid, panthenol, and niacinamide. Those are what are going to really help to smooth and minimize the fine lines and wrinkles and pores. And let's see, and then this is the light medium, which is what I have on underneath my powder foundation today, which is why. But you see, I've still got some of that glow, even though I don't have the dewy complexion because I used a powder foundation. I still have that lit from within glow there, and we might as well do this on the other side. And you'll see the light medium is a little bit pinker in shade than the fair light is. There. And actually helps cancel out a little bit more of the blueness in that. So then we also have the medium deep and the tan deep. And we have a couple of models in the book that kind of show the before and after as well with that. So it's really, really versatile. You can, it's got this silky pearl formula. So it gives you a soft filter effect and sheer, very, like I said, flexible shades. That like I could actually wear either one of these shades on my face, and several different ways you can wear it. You can wear it alone as a sheer glow, which is something that I expect I'll be doing quite a bit on days where I don't need to be camera ready. You can use it under foundation as a tinted primer, which is what I did today. You can add it to your foundation. You can like mix it in with some of your foundation just to give kind of an overall glow, but you can also use it to shift the color of your foundation. So if you're someone that your skin tone kind of changes a little bit throughout the seasons or how much you're outside, that sort of thing, you can use these to, any of the 4 shades, to mix in with your foundation to shift that shade lighter or darker, or give it a little bit more pink or a little more warmth to the color. So really great tool for that. And lastly, you can use it as a highlighter over your foundation. So you can use it to just hit the areas that you want to highlight and give a little bit of glow to, applying it over your cream or liquid foundation. I would not apply it over a powder foundation, however. So yeah, that's our new Match Airbrush Tinted Primer. Just really has a nice feel to it. And it does, like you can see, it doesn't really look like I have makeup on my hand at all, but I do have that nice glow, and it kind of softens out my lovely little bruise there. So that was just convenient that I happened to have that today to experiment with our new primer. Next up, we have another new fun. So, you know, we have our Glimmer liners, our Glimmer cream liners, waterproof liners, and diamonds eyeliners for all these great fun colors. And for those who wanted a liquid eyeliner, we just had black. We just had the plain black eyeliner. Well, now we have 4 great new shades in our liquid eyeliner. And not only are we getting new shades, this is actually a new formula. So if you've used the Glimmer liquid eyeliner pen before in the Blackest Black, this will be a slightly different formula. I think it's a very much improved formula. And I did bring down my black one just to show. So this is the black, and this is the felt tip applicator on it. And, you know, it goes on pretty nice. Get a nice thin line. But when you see the other colors, you'll see that it goes on a little bit bolder, more pigmented. It's a very highly pigmented formula and very lightweight. And I actually think I was comparing the tips this morning, and I think the tips are actually just a little bit, just ever so slightly thicker, like at the base, a little bit wider. This is the Forest, so this is our kind of green color. Really pretty, kind of cool green. Love that color. Then we have, oops, I pulled it up my page there. We have Chestnut, which is what I'm wearing today. And you see the color just glides on really nice and smooth. And I'll also show you a little tip, because I am not, I don't have a lot of practice with liquid liners. I tend to go with pencil liners or just using my powder as an eyeliner. And I learned a little trick from somebody that I follow online. And it's a trick that I've known for pencil liners, but I didn't know you could do it with liquid. So I will have to kind of show you that trick. That is indigo. That's your very beautiful blue. And I always say, like, a good deep blue liner or mascara is great if you're feeling kind of tired, your eyes are kind of a little bloodshot. This helps to whiten the eyes and make you look more awake. And then Smoked, which is our gray shade, which is actually the one I would probably use the most, because I don't really use black liner, but I also don't have brown hair anymore. So I would stick with the gray, because my base hair color, even though it might look purple, my base hair color is gray. But the trick that I learned, so with regular eyeliner pencils, or even if you're using the brush to do powder, I've always said, you know, the hardest part is getting that straight, smooth line. And the easiest way to go about getting that straight, smooth line is to just do a bunch of small lines and kind of connect them and smudge them together. You can actually do that with a liquid liner. I did not know you could do that with a liquid liner. They're just slightly longer. Instead of little dots, they're like little dashes. So you would go like this and work across to get your straight line. And it works much better when you've got the lash line as a guide. So I thought that was really cool. I just happened to see that this morning before I put my makeup on and tried that. And that did work a lot better than me trying to drag along, especially if, you know, as we get older, our eyelids get a little bit more texture to them. And that just made it so much easier to keep the line at the lash line. Because my big thing with liquid liners is I'm constantly just kind of going off the line. Like, I'm just going, it goes astray really easy. And the great thing about liquid liners is they set really fast and they stay really well. You know, these are smudge proof, transfer proof, and sweat proof. So once it's there, it's going to stay. But then that also does make it a little trickier to apply, because it's going to set really quickly if you make a mistake and need to take it back off again. So learning that trick this morning, it did make it a lot easier to keep it along the lash line and keep the line smooth and straight along the lash line. So just wanted to share that great tip. And And this has got no parabens, no talc, no mineral oil, no phthalates, and no fragrance. And I forgot to mention that the no items on the Match airbrush has no parabens, phthalates, fragrance, or talc in that. So really, really great new addition. And I did, one of the great things about our annual convention when we do the product expo is we get to talk to the people from our corporate that work in these departments that are responsible for developing the products and that. And she did say that she is working toward getting the black in this formula. So you'll have that same highly pigmented, really smooth and lightweight feel to it in the black. Not sure how soon that will be, but she is working to do that, to have those match the new formula in those. Let's see what else we have. Oh, so free gifts this campaign. We have our free moisturizing eye makeup remover lotion here with a $50 makeup purchase, which this is super, super popular. I love that. And then in fragrance, we have our original Imari Eau de Toilette with any $50 fragrance purchase. We do not have a free gift in skincare this campaign because we have a lot of skincare products that are our lowest price ever. So really just a great time to snatch up some of your favorites or try something new while they have that special low price. And I didn't see anything for body and hair care this time. So we have just the 2 free gifts this campaign. And last but not least, I did get a hold of one of our new fashion pieces ahead of time. This is our textured open front cardigan, and it's this lovely pink color. It's a little bit warmer pink. So if you're looking for a warmer pink and not so, not like a cool bubblegummy pink or fuchsia type, I noticed on camera it actually looks quite red. It really is not as pink as it is in the brochure, but not as red as it looks on my camera right now. It still is, I would definitely still call it pink. But it's maybe got kind of like a salmon look to it, not, but it's not, definitely not as red as it looks on camera there. And it's got this nice texture to it. It almost gives it kind of like a knitted look. I mean, it is knit fabric, but it almost gives it like a decorative knit look to it with the texture. It's got the straight fronts, no buttons, and a slight, it does not work with my big sleeves today, or I would put this on to show, just a slight slope in the neckline on the front there. So that's the sweater, and then that's the sweater. Actually, I will throw it on over my, it'll look okay over my sleeves for a minute. So you can see kind of how it fits there. Yeah, my sleeves are kind of bulky underneath it, but yeah, it's just got like a nice neckline, kind of sits, you know, open, and it's flowy, and the sleeves are a nice long. For reference, I'm like 5'4" and have, you know, average length arms, and it comes down past my wrist there. So definitely would be something that if I didn't have big bulky sleeves underneath, I would pull up the sleeves much like the model has in the page there. And I will say I saw some of the other great fashion coming out this fall and winter, and I will say these shoes look so incredibly comfortable. I did not order them myself just because my foot does not do well with anything that high up on the top of the foot. I like something where the toe is a little bit farther down, but they're kind of a soft knitted fabric, and they're very flexible, so they just look super, super comfortable. And we have them in the black slip-on knit loafer, and then later in the year we're going to be having them in like a kind of sparkly blue color that's really pretty. Let's see, was there anything else in here that was really super cute? No, that was the only really new thing that was, oh, this dress was super cute. And it pairs well with the sweater. I actually love it with the sweater. I think it just looks just so like perfectly polished and put together with the sweater with this cute dress. But I didn't get myself the dress, so I can't wear them together. So I might have to do that. But that's what we have for Campaign 19 of 2024. Hope you all are having a fabulous, fabulous week, and I will see you again soon.